We're excited to have in the studio Phil Keoghan from the American Race. Good morning, Phil.
That would be the Amazing Race.
What did I say? The American Race.
No, but don't stop rolling.
The Idol Race.
No, we like that. This
the
is
American
good.
Idol Amazing Race.
No, the American Race.
The American Idol Race.
Yes. No,
You like it?
You're
It's
genius.
just a new
It's
twist.
We're
genius.
only going to go from one coast
Listen,
to the other.
you
No,
know,
you've
you've done what?
You've given us so much attention now.
18
Seasons of the American Race.
Well, 18 seasons, right? Now we
Yes.
need to change the name. We need to
The
inject
Amazing Race.
something new.
The Amazing Race.
We get Simon Cowell to come in and help you co-host the show. Would that be
and
good?
we wonder why people don't come in and do
Simon
interviews
Cowell.
with us. I don't understand
I'm such
it.
an
I really
idiot.
don't.
I am such an
Has
idiot.
Matt Damon been in here, guys?
Yeah, he's
Matt
coming
Damon
in next
has
week.
never been on this show. I can't imagine why. Has it really been 18 go-arounds with the Amazing Race?
It has.
It's unbelievable.
And 10 years. Like literally, this is the 10th. We're just rolled
Why
up
do
10
it in
years.
18 years, Karson, when you can do it in 10? That's how I finished college.
Really?
I
I bet you
did
had a
4.5
good
years
time.
in 3.
I bet you had a great time.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could imagine.
I would do it again. I
How
would make
much-
different choices.
How much time do you have to spend on the road with the show?
Each show takes about each season takes about 23 days, and so we shoot 12 episodes, so it's just under 2 days per show,
right.
and about between 9 and 12 countries, and 40 to 50,000. We did do one race, season 5, which was 75,000 miles. To give you some idea of what that's like, if you were to go around the equator around the world, that's 23,000 miles. So because of all the squiggling that we do when we go around the world, it's almost like going around the world twice if you were to go around the equator in terms of the distance.
So
Does
let me
that
ask you
make
this.
sense?
Yes? Let me ask you
I
this.
know it makes sense to you. I just want to check with him.
No,
Oh,
I'm
honey,
completely
you'll be
lost.
here
It's
all
gone
day.
over my head.
So when I like to travel quite a bit, and when I travel in my travel bag, I always have certain things.
Right.
Because you never know if you're going to get stuck or what have you. What do you never leave home without?
Never leave home with sunscreen, toothbrush,
Mm-hmm.
an eye mask because you can sleep anywhere, and earplugs.
Earplugs for sure.
Wow.
Ideally, I'd like to have a good book. I travel with my computer always because I love being able to do some writing and work. A DVD. My Moleskine diary, because I've had one of those for like over 20 years. I love writing things down. Like people tell me a great movie or a good book to read.
This is like talking to Kennedy, too.
I know, it's really fun. It's almost everything I carry with me. What about snacks?
My Now energy bars. They're,
Oh, I saw that on your website.
No opportunity wasted energy bars. Manuka honey. So I always have those. That's about 285 calories.
Yeah.
So I can skip a meal eating one of those, and it's Manuka honey. It's all natural, no gluten. Beautiful meal.
I never leave on a plane without snacks.
I just fed
Because
Phil
the one time that I don't.
some
Right.
doves. That was 300 calories in that little half bite.
Yeah, thank you for that, by the way.
Yeah.
But you're so right about the whole snack thing.
Because the one time you don't is the one time you're stuck in the tarmac for 4 hours.
Now,
and then
why
your
is
boyfriend's like, I'm hungry. And you're like, well, that's good. I got trail mix.
Oh,
Yay me.
Did you say your boyfriend?
I did.
You have to feed your boyfriend?
Well, yeah, I
It
like
sounds-
to
it
make
sounds
sure
like a
he's
pet.
Oh,
fed.
You
don't
know what
get
I mean?
me
Like,
started.
I like to
Have
make
you
sure
had
he's
your
fed.
treats
Ask her
today?
what she does every morning before she comes to work.
What do you do every morning before you
Well,
come to work?
he's a very fit bodybuilder kind of guy.
We call him
So
GTL, like Gym Tan Laundry from the Jersey
No
Shore.
wonder he needs to be fed.
He's huge. So, yeah, his
Right.
body has to be fed. And so before I leave every morning, I bring him a spoonful of peanut butter. Because he needs the protein, otherwise his stomach will wake him up. So he can go back to sleep for a couple
At
more
3:30
hours.
in the morning, she gets out of the shower, goes down to the kitchen, gets a spoonful of Skippy, and then brings it up to her boyfriend and feeds it to
You
him.
laugh. You know what? I'm a lucky girl. I'm happy. He likes that. Whatever. It works for everybody.
Isn't there a website for this sort of thing?
No.
3 o'clock in the morning with the peanut butter?
Costs $19.95 a month to join.
Yeah, wow.
Well, it's one of
Seriously?
those things
He's a
you do.
bodybuilder? Because, they say about bodybuilders that they don't have time for their women because they're so absorbed with their own bodies that they don't have the time to express their appreciation for another body.
Karson, would you like to speak to that?
He showed up here yesterday
Uh-huh.
for Valentine's with
Yes.
a dozen red roses. 2 dozen red
2
roses.
dozen?
Sorry.
Is that double love?
And then they went and had his and hers massages, and then he cooked like surf and turf dinner last night. No,
He's a good man.
I've known Kennedy as long as anybody has known Kennedy, and it's the nicest man she's ever dated.
Really?
Yeah, he
Well,
really,
this is a good thing.
he's a
So
good
some-
I
guy.
had no
Sometimes it's
idea
okay
I
to
was going to
feed
be
somebody
coming
peanut
on to
butter.
talk about the amazing dating show.
We like to talk
I am
about
so
what's
happy
going
for you.
on. You know
I
what
know,
I mean?
I'm so happy
Everybody
for you,
else
though.
is like, so tell us about the Amazing Race. And while we will talk about this and it's important to us, we like to know about, you.
Yeah, and going back to the whole travel thing and peanuts and peanut butter and all the rest of it, why is it that when you go on a plane, when they give you peanuts, there's only like 7 or 8 peanuts in the packet. It's like, why did you even bother putting anything in the packet?
It just pisses you off enough to want another water, but she's up front and you're sitting in the back.
Am I kidding or what?
No.
The little packets of peanuts.
Although
it's
the
like
last,
7 peanuts in there.
Last 3 flights I've taken, I didn't even get those.
Really?
Like they've downsized everything. I was lucky I got water.
I always ask for 2.
For 2 peanut bags?
Yeah.
And do
14
they go,
peanuts?
Yeah, they usually give me a dirty look, but they give it to me anyway.
They don't charge you
14
$5?
peanuts, that's
No,
ridiculous.
yeah, so I get 14 peanuts. All right, so The Amazing Race premieres February 20th, and you have a documentary called The Ride. And if I understand this correctly, you rode 3,500 miles for a charity. Can
I
you
did
tell
that
us about
yesterday.
Sounds like your boyfriend
I'm
did.
not.
So, yes, a couple years ago, I rode from Los Angeles to New York raising money for MS. It really came about because I was having a midlife crisis about turning 40, and I thought I needed to take on the biggest physical and mental challenge of my life. And I thought, I know how to ride a bicycle, and I know it's a long way from L.A. to New York. So I set up this ride and did 100 miles a day and then worked with the MS Society to raise money, and we raised over $500,000. And It was an incredible experience. I was with my dad, with my best friend, and a ex-California highway patrolman. And
Paunch.
I beg your pardon?
Paunch from Chips.
TV
show back in the day.
Actually, in the film, there's a few references to that. No, because he really,
Right.
yeah. Anyway,
Anyway.
it's a self-funded film. And we're working with Regal across the country, and we've sold out in 7 markets so far. In Boston, will be the 8th tonight,
Right.
and that is at where's the theater
It's
again?
at Regal Fenway, I think.
Regal Fenway. You guys know where that is?
Yes.
So if anybody wants tickets, they can go to noopportunitywasted.com, and there's a link up there for ticket sales. I'd love to meet anybody who wants to come down and say hello and see the film, support the film.
I love that theater because they have parking.
Really?
It's a highly coveted thing in the city of Boston. Parking.
Yeah, they have like parking in front of the theater.
Is
which
it a nice spot? I heard it's a nice
It's a great
area
spot.
around
It's
there.
very
Oh,
nice,
It's
really
a
nice.
good theater. Yeah,
Yeah.
really nice.
Okay,
Fenway
so,
area is lovely.
So I'd love to meet anybody who wants to come down. As a matter of fact, I could give you guys a pair of tickets to give away to your listeners if you wanted.
That'd be great.
That would be awesome. Yeah, we'd love to do
Come
that.
down and see it. It's an inspirational film, and it was made with sweat and blood. I can tell you that, and it would be nice to see people.
So I have a question for you. I turned 40 in 25, like 30, 35 days or so?
Right.
End of next month.
Yes.
I clearly can't ride across the country. But I was reading, I've read your website, I've read parts of your book, I'm making the list and whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to think of something to do for my 40th birthday that I haven't done yet. And I just can't think of anything.
Well, I think.
I think there's plenty I haven't done.
I think that you should do something monumental. Something that really is going to push you.
Right.
I think it's nice to sort of set milestones for pivotal things in your life, whether it's a physical adventure or some kind of mental challenge. And that's why I wrote the book in the first place, was to really motivate people to really. That's why
I love, yeah.
Which is what I love about Amazing Race, is that these people that come on the show are doing things that they never imagined themselves doing.
Right.
So to answer your question, have you written a life list? Like, do you have a list of the things that you really want to do in your life?
I do, and I've done a bunch of them.
Okay. Well,
And the ones I haven't done are more like long-term things that I'll need to take time off work to do.
But even if you started, let's say, for instance, on your list, you want to scuba dive, or you want to get your scuba diving license, or, for a lot of people, a big thing is to leap out of a plane.
Did
it? Okay. So
I used to do it for a living.
you used to do it for a living?
I was in the Army, yeah.
Okay. Well, those things for a lot
Yeah.
of people, it sounds like you're already adventurous, but for a lot of
She
people,
is.
those
Right.
are pivotal things in their life, because sometimes people have never pushed themselves to do those things. So you should just think about something that is really like what I say to people is, if you were to take your last breath tomorrow at 3:00 and you were taking your last breath, what's the thing in your mind that you would regret most not doing? And it can be really simple sometimes, like, pick up the phone and call your uncle because you had a falling out and you haven't spoken to him for a long time. Or,
Right.
so it should be something that's very personal.
Okay.
Or it might be something that you do with your man.
Uh-huh.
Some key thing that you want to do with him.
Okay. I shall put my mind to it.
Yeah, no, you got to give it some thought. You
Right.
got 30-something days?
I've got some time, yeah.
Yeah, and by the way, it doesn't have to be like, the day that you turn 40.
Yeah, I wanted to do something, just, to say I'm not afraid of you, big
Right.
old number.
Marathon? Did you run a marathon?
No, one of my goals this year was to run a 5K, and I did it. So I want to
Boston
move on.
I was
Marathon. What's
thinking
better than that?
Boston Marathon, or maybe a triathlon would be good for her.
You're
Right.
insane. How
Set
about just a
yourself
10K?
a goal to do
Right.
something.
I see. All right.
And
all
work
right.
towards it. wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, have a spoonful of
peanut butter.
with your man. That'll
You
get
guys
you going.
laugh, but it works for me. So.
You guys are doing great. We're gonna
Well,
try at home.
it sounds like you've got a machine of a man there. Must be a hell
Gotta
of a
keep
lover.
him fed.
He's probably got guns for any major army, and, right? And you love those arms, and you love that body.
I love that man, yeah.
So the 18th season premiere of The Amazing Race is February 20th at 8 o'clock on CBS. This one is called The Amazing Race Unfinished Business, and you're bringing back people from previous seasons. And in the interest of full disclosure, your show is something that my wife and I must watch every week. It's like one of the shows. Every couple has, like, the guy watches his shows, the woman watches her shows, and then you have the couple show. And The Amazing Race, for the better part of 8 years now, has been the show that my wife and I watch.
Which I would love to see them on. God, I would love to see them
Would
do
that
it.
be great?
Oh, yes.
I think.
Yes.
I think you and your boyfriend would also be great.
I agree.
Right?
I think
mean,
they'd be funner to watch.
Really.
Yeah, we would do the business. The two of them would be like, no.
Really? You guys bicker
Yeah, we
all the
might
time?
be fun for the wrong reasons. I
Yeah,
don't
they
know.
would be fun to watch. They would be America's sweethearts, but they would be fun to watch.
Well, we have these teams coming back who have all this unfinished business. So it's the Cowboys, the Globetrotters, Keisha and Jen. You remember they stopped
Of
to have
course,
that pee
yeah.
break in Beijing, and then they ended up. Actually, I guess they finished their business. They did, but
It was a
see what he
terrible
did there?
break. Yeah.
see, no, thank you for getting it because
Yeah, That's what I'm here for.
yeah.
I
And then
get
we
the
have
dirty jokes, okay?
The cheerleaders and Gary and Mallory. So we have all these captivating characters coming back. It really is a star-studded entourage of teams, and they're coming back for a second shot at $1 million, and they're amped up, and we're going to make it that much tougher for them just because they are coming back. And Amazing Race in HD for the first time ever. So
What? Carson just fell over.
you got HD at home?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He refused
I didn't
to
realize
watch
it wasn't in HD.
Well, it hasn't been because it's just been very, very challenging to shoot a show like that around the world and make it HD. It's very different if you're making
I
a show
watched
in
it on
a
an
studio
HD channel. I guess it never even clicked. They must block it out or something, so you don't even.
When was the
notice
last time you had your eyesight checked?
it.
Because
20
I'm just
Oh my
no,
God.
no. The only reason I'm asking is that
And then your HD channel did what? Come on, dork.
One more time about the movie.
Yes.
That's going to happen tonight at the Regal Fenway.
Yes.
What time is that show?
it's showing at 7:30.
Okay.
And like I said, you go to noopportunitywasted.com to book tickets. 100% of the box office is going to MS. We've sold out across the country so far. We have Dallas and New York screenings this week to go, and I would love to give a pair of tickets away to
I love
your
that.
listeners.
Yeah, that's good. That's
You
good.
guys, I'll leave you guys to work out how you give them away, but that'd be great.
Okay, that sounds good. It's called The Ride. Make sure you check it out, and don't forget, of course, February 20th, the premiere of The Amazing Race.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Ta-da!
Yay!